Welcome and thank you, really. Friday was a win. Plenty of you built along, shipped fast drafts, and even got an automation running. I'm proud of the momentum you've created in just a few days. Two important notes before we start, Danny. There's a special bonus today. First Million Coach, a practical business side accelerator focused on packaging, pricing, and selling your first serious AI projects. It will help you along all this path with you in every class, in every module. And the second, we are in the final hours. It's Sunday and we close at 11:59 p.m. UK time. Few quick instructions so no one misses out. If you already booked your call, expect contact from our team. The bonus is granted when you enroll, when you access the program, when you are admitted in the program. If you booked and we couldn't reach you, we'll try once more. There won't be a third attempt, and I advise you, please be with your smartphone. We will contact you. If you are on hold in our follow-up list, the seat is yours for now, but we won't hold it much longer than 72 hours. And these sessions come down in about a week. Please catch up now while everything's fresh.
Thank you, Jordi, for sure. But before we dive into today's session, once again, we want to gather some of the most asked questions and answer them before we begin. So we're going to go with question number 1. For example, in this case, we have Sandra, who asked, I'm mostly interested in one part of the train, the automations. Can I just purchase this pass? Now, we get this question a lot, don't we, Jordi? And here's the thing. Trying to learn only automations without having all of the foundation and all of the previous structure is like trying to buy a car, but only getting the wheels. You need the entire system to actually operate it and run it correctly. The value of the program is in the full system, not in isolated skills. Now, next question, we had Thomas, who also asked us a great question, which is, with how fast AI is changing, how can we make sure the program stays up to date? Fantastic question. Now, I want you to remember something that we've mentioned many times. Here at Centella, we do what we teach and we teach what we do. Remember that due to the fact that we have our own AI consultancy firm as well, we are constantly doing AI programs. So yes, this program stays updated. And remember, you also have the live sessions where you're going to get instant news from us every single time. Now, thank you for your question, guys. I hope this was clarifying. And now we're going to dive right into it. So you're going to be wondering what's next for this session. Today is not about a single tool. It's also not about a single technique. It's about understanding the entire ecosystem of AI as a whole. The key shifts happening to the job market, how companies are reorganizing around this new technology, AI, and where the biggest opportunities currently are, so that you can find your place in this transformation and know exactly how you're going to move forward.
To cut through the noise, let's look at AI in 4 quadrants: text, image, video, and audio, and the kinds of outcomes each unlocks. For example, the first one, the first quadrant, text. ChatGPT would be the model that I would recommend when you are starting. But then you have, for example, Claude. Claude is from a business, a company called Anthropic. That's a direct competitor to OpenAI. Then you have Llama. These models created by Meta, or the ex-Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg created, and they are open source. We will talk about that later. Then you have Google and Microsoft. With Google, you have the Gemini models, and with Microsoft, the Copilot models. Both of them will be taught at our Centella Pro program. And if we fork these text Gen AI models, you have some kind of different output when you are talking about coding. Coding is also text, but in a different way, in a different style. And when we talk about coding, the best AI model right now for coding, for me, is Claude. To see how Claude can create, for example, an HTML, and a skeleton of an application, whatever thing you always dream of, you can do it right now with AI, with these text models, and knowing how to prompt. So Danny, let's go.
Jordi, of course we can do this with Claude. So we're going to go to Claude.ai, as you can see in the top left-hand side, Claude.ai. Gonna create a free account, log in, and we're gonna get straight to it. Now, as usual, I've done my homework. I prepared the prompt so we can just read it together and check it out and then write quick. So I'm just gonna copy it here quickly. There we go. And we're gonna analyze the prompt on the document and then paste it. So we are once again using the aspect method. We're doing it the whole full classes. So we're gonna keep using this prompting. This is just so clear and specific. So action. We're gonna create a simple landing page. As Jordi was saying, let's do a bit of coding. Again, personally, I don't know how to code. So I think this is really a great example. Most of you watching at home probably will not know how to code. This is not a limitation. We can still work with code without knowing what it is, or without even understanding it, thanks to the great power of AI. My case is exactly. So we're going to create a simple landing page in HTML and CSS for an AI automation agency. The page looked professional, modern, with a dark background and high contrast text. Steps. Include these steps in order. So number one, we want the hero section. That's basically a headline and a value statement of our agency. Then we're going to have 3 bullet points. So list our main benefits. We're going to have a testimonials block, a call to action button to invite users to book a call with us. Next, we're going to write a short, clear text aimed at business owners interested in saving time with AI. Step number 3, we're going to add a small block and head section for all CSS. So again, this is just the different structure that I want in the website. And we're going to keep the code clean and easy to read. Persona. You are a friendly web designer and copywriter who builds simple, clear landing pages. Examples. Here, I've given a few examples of websites that I like, such as Notion, very clean, very minimalistic. Context. The agency name is Catalyst Automations. The goal of the page is to get a small business owner to book a free discovery call. Plain and simple. We don't need anything else than that. And then we have some constraints, such as that we want the dark background, bright text, etc., etc. Template, we already wrote it before. We want the head section with a tie-on style, and then the body with hero section, bullet points, everything that we teach. So we're going to go to Claude. I'm just going to paste our prompt right there, and we're going to run Analytic. Now, cool thing about Claude is you can see everything it does while it is taking place. So here you go, thinking about designing and crafting professional landing page. Let's see what else it says. There you go. I'll create a modern site, and here we're receiving the code. Again, I personally don't know how to code. When I'm reading this code right now, you may be thinking in yourself, wow, this is so complex. I don't know what is happening. Don't worry. That's also my case. We don't need to understand it. Also, something super cool about Claude is that we're going to be able to visualize the creation that we're making right now in real time. That way we can give it feedback and improve. Again, there are so many tools out there, and we can do so much that we couldn't do before AI. This would be impossible prior to the development of AI, right? Coding something without knowing how to code, without even knowing about the programming language we're using is incredible. There you go. Here we can actually see the preview. So once again, we have our title, we have our value proposition, we have our main bullet points. Let's put them right here. Okay. Then we have a review, and we have the book a free discovery call. Exactly what we asked for. We asked for a dark background. We're getting black. We wanted a text of contrast. We have bold white, which contrasts perfectly with black. Now, think of this landing page. How could we improve it? Now, if we want to obviously make this exercise super long, we could add images, we could add videos, we could add so many things. But I'm going to make a small change just to see how easy it is to make changes without knowing how to code. So you'll see that they gave us the 3 main bullet points in vertical design, right? Now, bullet 1, 2, 3. I want them all 3 horizontally. I want them on the same row. So I'm actually going to write that. Could you change the bullet points and put them all in the same row? That's it. The simple line. We're not going to do anything else. I'm going to close this up while this works so you can see better what's going on. And says, yes, no problem. I'm going to update the layout. Fantastic. We can start seeing all the changes doing on the HTML. Again, we only need to understand what's going on in that black box, what is happening inside the AI. It is working everything, and soon we'll get a preview with the change that we requested. Now, while this is working, I also want to think of the next exercise I want to do with you, which is I want to make this site a bit more interactive. We'll be able to program something a bit more advanced, because this is the landing page, doesn't really have anything else. We'll think about it and see something. So we just got our results map. It says, would you like to view your updated landing page? Yes, please. We're going to make this large. And there we go. Oops, sorry, there we go. There we go. Just open the chats. There we go. Here we have it. So as you can see, everything's been updated to exactly how we wanted it. Kept everything the same, but now we have the 3 bullet points in the single row horizontally instead of vertically like we had it before. Let's do one last thing. I want you to make the testimonials section more interactive. Could the user click on different testimonials to display? Okay, so we're going to make our website a bit more elaborate, right? We're going to have different buttons, different things that the user can actually interact with the website to make it a more functioning website with our testimony. So you see how simple this was. Once again, I'm just going to close it up while it's processing so you can see all the work that's being done. And as soon as the work is ready, we're just going to preview it as we've done it before. As you see, I haven't had to read a single line of code. I haven't need to make any changes within the code. I just explained in plain, simple, one-sentence English the change that I wanted, and the AI did all the work for me. You yourself can also do this. It is that simple. So let's see what it's doing right now. You can see it's doing all these changes, thinking, updating the code. See, this is working on the testimonial part, which is exactly what I asked for. Fantastic. I'm just going to give it a few seconds until it is ready. Here we go. It says, okay, perfect. I've made testimonials. We have 4 different interactive ones. Let's view the results. Let's make this bigger. Here we have it. So we have 4 testimonials, and we can see how we can click here to move from one to another, making it more interactive. It is that simple. If I wanted the 3D buttons here, I could just type it and it will do it for me. If I want arrows instead of these circles, I can do it. It can do it for me. This is fantastic and super, super powerful, as Jordi was explaining. So Jordi, as you've seen, we can do this in Claude. Now, going back to you.
So what you saw that the text models, they are great at turning messy inputs into clean outputs, drafting, summarizing, analyzing, or even creating code. But when we talk with AI models, with text AI models, you use techniques like the one you have seen before, or the prompt aspect, the aspect prompt. But when we want to use, now we move forward. When we want to use image models or video models, we cannot use, you already know it. But let's make this practical. And now, Danny, let's talk about image models and video models. Let's talk about how do they create images, videos, and which models do we have?
Okay, Jordi, fantastic. Of course, we can look into this. So in previous sessions, we've been generating images ourselves. Right now, we're not going to be generating. We will at the end of the class, though. But for now, I'm just going to show you examples from the community and a few examples that I've created myself of both images and videos. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some trending content that has been made with different AI models to create such impressive images. So here we go. We are on LinkedIn. In this case, we're going to be talking about Midjourney. And this video is very interesting because you can see the difference between version 1 and version 6 of Midjourney, which is fantastic to see how these models have progressed so much. So let's go straight, let's throw our sound on, and let's watch it. So again, the transition from, look up this image of Santa, it looks very creepy, version 1 to version 6. Let's watch it. This is version 2. 3, not that impressive. 4 looks AI generated, but the quality is significantly better. 5 looks quite realistic. And 6, this does look like a professional headshot of Sam. Here we have some enhancements, again also using version 6. We're zooming in so you can see how real this looks. From 1 all the way to 6. This has happened in about 2 years. It hasn't been more than that. So just imagine what's more to come. This is Model 6. We'll see when we're at Model 10 how realistic this looks. Now, another great example of a different tool. In this case, we are using Nano Banana, which is a tool by Google, again, for content generation. So look at this video of this athlete running. It's going to input a different persona, and you're going to see how the video remains the same, but changing the persona. Quite funny, quite short, but very impressive. So there we go. We have Biako running, then it's given the image of, in this case, Queen Elizabeth. I hope you can see how she's the one who's running. Obviously, you know this is fake because you would probably never see a video like this, but it looks highly, highly realistic and impressive. You can do this with so many things. Now, let's go into Pika. We spoke about Pika Labs before. This is Pika 2.0, and I want you to check out this highly realistic video. So we see how we gave it the ingredients and it generated the scene for us. Look at this. Look at this example, how we got same set, same person, but we changed the outfit and it's changed. That's it. Here you hit the same setting, same clothing, but we changed them all. I love this sentence because it's about consistency, right? Many times the problem we had in the past with AI is when they generated many images or video, if you wanted a similar version of that image or video, but it was very difficult to do so. Now, the models are improving a lot and we can keep everything the same except for a particular variable. This is super interesting and powerful. Let's keep watching. How realistic do these clips look? So, again, this is still improving up to this state. The quality is already incredible and it is just getting better and better. Let's continue watching. What else do we have? Okay, here we have Sora. I'm a big fan of Sora. So Sora is by OpenAI, same as ChatGPT. And they have done a great job with their image and video generation. We'll actually be using Sora at the end of the session. Let's look at this page. How realistic does the snow and the copy look? This could easily be a real video within a documentary. Other than the extremely cute, look at how real it is and how realistic it looks. The snow, movements, everything. Fantastic.
Now, again, speaking of Sora, there was a very recent development, which was about a week ago. Sora released Sora version 2. And they've made their own, I guess you could call it social media, where you can upload different Reels or TikTok-style videos that are obviously fake, generated with AI, so that the community can just have all of their AI-generated content in one place. And it's generated very funny videos, such as the ones we're going to see. Let's watch this video and see. As you can see, we have a grandmother here telling off a bear for knocking over the trash. Now, obviously you can tell this is kind of fake, but it looks so real. It looks like a security camera recorded this moment, and it is quite funny. Another example here, we have the same thing. We have an alligator coming to a grandmother's house, and she kicks it away. Again, this is made to look like it's the Ring camera recording it. Looks super realistic. You obviously know it's fake, but again, just with some few sentences, a bit of basic prompting, this was generated in seconds. The potential here is huge. Here we have Albert Einstein at a press conference answering a few questions. Again, pretty funny. We have a guy skydiving here. He looks a bit too calm to be skydiving, but you can see the hair is moving, his backpack is moving, etc. Quite funny as well. And finally, typical cat video. We can't end and talk about social media videos without what started everything, which was cat videos on YouTube a few years ago. Look at these. Again, you can tell that it is so realistic. But again, typically you don't see too many cats with sunglasses, right? So it's made by Sora. I also want to show you some images that I've generated myself. So I decided to make some fake headphones, Beats the brand. I decided to make some pink ones, and I made some images for them. And look how realistic they look. You could easily use this on a website, on social media, different posts. This was made with Sora, the tool we're just talking about right now. But this is version 1, not even 2. So imagine the potential to come. I also made a fake campaign for Nike for running shoes. So let's zoom in. You can see this athlete, you can see the sweat, the color, the shoes and how they're sparkling. Again, super realistic. Again, different type of shoe, but same campaign here. How realistic does this look? And here we have another one of someone jumping. Again, look at the potential, how real this is, and all of the uses you can give to this. Again, we had a little surprise coming at the end. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but again, how can we use this to monetize? Could I make content for myself, for my own personal brand, if I could create images? Could I make images for my business to gain more responsibility, have more visibility, offer promotion? Or could I create images for others and perhaps sell it, whether I'm selling, managing their social media, doing content for the e-commerce website? I think we'll be seeing this towards the end of the session.
But anyways, before we get into that, Jordi is going to talk to us about some AI-generated audios.
So now let's talk about the last quadrant AI audio models. And for example, here we have like different kind of models. You are seeing right now the same OpenAI logo because they have an audio model. They can, both of them, both ways, they can transcribe an audio and convert it to text. They can take this text and convert it to an audio, to a voice. This is OpenAI, but you can also think when voice or when thinking about audio, about or of cloning a voice. And there you have Eleven Labs. Eleven Labs is one of the best AI tools in order to clone your voice. We'll see it in Centella Pro how we can create these voices, mimicking our voices. But you have another kind of models. Again, we can fork this audio and talk about music. Music is a kind of audio, and for this music style, I would recommend you one model called Suno. And indeed, when Daniel was talking right now, I've created couple of different versions of a story called Daniel guiding us in this AI way with Centella Pro. Daniel, I don't know if we can share with them how, I haven't heard it yet.
Yes, Charlie. So we've been doing a few quick prompts here in Suno.com where you can create these AI generated songs. And we've done here a quick one on me guiding you throughout your adventure within AI. So to give you a bit of context on the prompting that we gave it, we just want typical Irish kind of music. We've asked a violin as well to be present in the background, and we haven't given it too much context, so we just said that Daniel will be guiding you through your AI adventure. So let's hit play, see how it sounds, and again, that's it. Make it perhaps become artists. Perhaps. We'll have to see. I don't think so. Let's play.
Not bad. It's getting better.
In the glow of the hearth, where the stories are spun, Daniel stood steady, his work just begun. With a map made of code and a spark in his eye, he spoke of a world where the old meets
It's
the
unbelievable.
sky.
Unbelievable how realistic it is, isn't it? I mean, I remember the first versions of Suno.com and the first music AI models. What you just heard is an AI model that has created a music from a prompt in seconds, maybe 30 seconds, half a minute. It's incredible. Realistic voice, realistic violins, how Danny said. For me, it's incredible. I mean, you can create these voices, you can create this music for your website, for your social media, for your kids. I don't care, for your family, your friends, I don't care. But what I wanted to share with you is that when you have the tools, when you have the know-how on how to use these AI tools, you can do whatever you want. You have a magic wand called AI, and if you know how to communicate with it, it's incredible. You can do things like that. You can create images, you can create realistic videos, you can create applications, code, websites. You can do whatever you want because you know how to communicate and how to guide AI. AI won't replace you, but the person who knows how to guide it will. And then now that we understand each of these quadrants, text, image, video, and audio, I would like to talk about two new trends that are arriving right now. The first one, the multimodality, okay? We talk about multimodality when one model, for example, ChatGPT, is able to ingest, to have as an input, either an image or a text prompt, or both of them. And can output, for example, an image or text when a model is in more than one quadrant. You say that this model is multimodal. And the second trend is something that you probably already seen it, called robots. Robotic with AI is emerging, and it's giving the robots some kind of intelligence. We are really, really close to have these robots in our houses, in our warehouses, where they can work and do physical work. Obviously, the first that we will replace or where AI will put and help us will be in all the tasks that you can do in a computer. But later on, we'll have robots. Like Daniel, we have a video, a special video, that it's just a robot with AI, with this AI brain that can help you or can help my grandparents, that can help my mother, for example, in her domestic task. Can we see the video?
Let's go and watch it.
So here we have it. Look how the robot made some tea, brought it over. It's helping with the furniture. Fantastic. Doing the laundry. Hoovering the house. Cleaning the windows. Bringing the groceries in. Very helpful robot.
And we are really, really close to see the robots in our houses. It's predicted that in 2030, we have 10% of population with these robots, this kind of robots. This is now. It's not the future. These robots are existing right now, and people are buying it, are buying them. They cost just $10,000, $50,000. It's not that much when you compare it with a car or with another investments. So we are really, really, really close. My advice for you, learn what is happening, adapt before you have to adapt. Again, adapt before you have to do it, because it's important. We are not talking about if AI will replace some jobs or if AI is a fate or not. We are just looking or seeing Sundar Pichai, Demis Hassabis, Elon Musk, and all these tech leaders do not doubt that AI will replace. They only have some kind of doubts about when it will happen. So again, adapt before you have to do it. And the best way that I personally know to adapt to this technology is Centea Pro. So let me explain you for the last time what is Centea Pro. If you are here today, it's because you can already feel it. AI is on a trend, it's a turning point. That's exactly why we build Centea Pro. Quick story I've already explained to you. A few years back, I was up past midnight, rebuilding a client deck slide by slide because, the tool couldn't do it. I missed a family moment that night. Driving home, I realized I don't need more motivation. I need a system that turns ideas into outcomes on autopilot. Centea Pro is that system. A 4-month mentor-guided path where you stop trying tools and playing with AI and start shipping real projects with an accredited postgraduate credential from the Savall University of Florida, specialist in generative AI and automations, and an accredited Microsoft AI 900 prep back in. The promise is simple. If you can give clear instructions, you can command AI to deliver real business outcomes without coding, and we'll coach you while you do it. How the program unfolds module by module. Last time, module 0, this is our own RAM, is optional but powerful. We set up your environment together, score your first win in 30 minutes, and map your weekly learning sprint. You start fast, with momentum, even if today you feel at 0 or you are at -5, I don't care. Module 1, Foundations, the lay of the land. You'll finally understand how modern AI works in practice. Model families, strengths, limits, and where it shines. You will live with a one-page model map, this framework you will use all program long. Plus, you will understand which kind of models exist right now. You already see it too, but conversational models and reasoning, thinking models. You will understand step by step how are they created. Module 2, prompt designing and custom GPTs. We teach you to brief AI like a professional. You'll draft, you will craft production-grade prompts using our structure, aspect, and another methods, and you will build your own GPT in your voice with a smile, style guide it must follow. That's how you get consistent on-brand output fast. Many students monetize here by selling a custom GPT to local business. Module 3, generative media, images, video, and audio. And here you will create a small brand kit for visuals, spin up short videos, and define an audio identity. The goal, stop waiting on assets, When you can produce clean graphics and explainers yourself, you can launch campaigns in days, not months, like Joseph did without knowing anything about visuals. He can manage for a law firm its social media, earning more than $500 per month using AI, and you can do it too. Module 4, no code and AI tools. No code without having to write a single line of code. Presentations that actually wow, a one-page site, a chatbot that speaks for you. No code. You will learn how to combine text and image models. So tools like Gamma or a site builder like Generator Landing do the heavy lifting while you focus on message and quality. Module 5, automations with Make and other AI tools. This is where hours come back to you. We wire two end-to-end flows. Think about this. Lead comes, we qualify it with AI. AI replies, we draft a response maybe, and we put it into a approval queue. We use patterns, and you will also get our exact blueprints. We've sold for more than $2,000. Copy, paste. The last module is about monetization and your career. We turn a skill into income or promotion. Pricing, proposals, and a 14-day pilot plan you can run at work or with a client. And you will also publish a portfolio that shows, not tells. And in the last module is the final project, Accredited. You will deliver a complete applied AI project with a mentor feedback. This is your proof, evidence you can put on the table in interviews, pitches, and performance reviews. You will learn step by step and in a practical method. And you have some kind of extra modules. Advanced agents with N8N. We go from assist to operate. You will chain tools, add simple decision logic, and lock everything for safety. The result is a semi-autonomous agent you can trust, always with human in the loop. And I won't drown you in acronyms. Here's what really makes Centella Pro different from any program you've already seen it. We teach you to brief AI like a leader. Not prompts that sometimes work, but a repeatable way to direct models so results are consistent, on brand, and usable. We view life together. This is an watch and hope Netflix series. You will ship assets and automations in front of mentors who review, correct, and push you over the line. We hand you working playbooks. You start from flows and templates we've already deployed and sold, so you learn faster and can sell sooner. You live with proof and credentials, a real portfolio, a university-accredited postgraduate credential if you are on Europe and you want the European University or the Florida one of Sabal. You stop guessing your value, you know it. And this is the part most courses skip. Moreover, we have our partners who are backed by the best AI tools in the market. Just for being with us, you will save more than $930 with us, just because of discounts, pro plans that are totally free with us. And there's a part where most courses programs skip: support. You get live mentor, Q&A, practical reviews on your build, a private community, and 3 years of access and updates. The goal isn't to watch videos, it's to ship. And before explaining the value, Danny, could you do a simple recap of everything they get and the bonuses we also have?
We sure can, Jeremy. So I want you to think of these as the gear you will pack for the road ahead. The things you'll actually use starting next week. First of all, Career Accelerator Workshop. We rebuild your LinkedIn, CV, and your site around applied projects so people get you in 10 seconds. The second bonus, in Microsoft AI 900, they have prep, practice, plus access to the exam. A recognized stamp that you can point to from day one. Bonus 3, agent-packed AI for superhumans. Everyday assistance that we rely on to reclaim hours. Drop the link to your routine and you'll see the difference. Next bonus, AI Investment Simulator. An agent, a sparring partner for reasoning, turning data into judgments safely. Our next bonus, 2 more months of mentorship. Although the program lasts 4 months, you're going to get 2 more, 6, so we can accompany you while you continue to implement. Coming next are AI forecast sessions. These are basically series in which we're going to be bringing experts that are currently monetizing AI, and we'll show you how they package it and sell. Next bonus, negotiator coach, CIA level. Words, phrases, tactics to defend your pricing, negotiate better salaries, better jobs, and to win better deals. Next bonus, 100 AI-ready blueprints, think of reports, decks, emails, spreadsheets, marketing files, whatever you need that you can run through AI without having to reinvent the wheel. Next, we have our personal finance advisor, an agent to keep your money plain, simple, and track while you build. And then we have our AI for business tech giants, the playbooks that leaders use in companies like Google and Microsoft, translated into your context. And finally, tool access. You're going to get 6 free months of Make.com's premium subscription, 1 free month of Gamma, since we are premium partners with them. And you're also going to get discounts in many more apps such as Generator Landing that we used in the classes and in Gamma's paid plan.
When you stack the curriculum, mentorship, credentialing, and the full toolkit, the total value is $14,387. Obviously, this is not a price, this is the value. This is what you get. It's experience of the faculty teachers, more than 50 years of experience in AI. It's a mentoring that you have in less than 24 hours, super via email. You have live sessions with Danny and the professors, Q&A sessions and recap sessions. And you also have the bonus that Danny has already told you. The total value is this one. Obviously, this is not a price. If you want to democratize AI, this can be yours. For only $2,297 in one-time payment, you save more than $200 or $215 per month, up to 12 months, depending on your country. And remember that today is the last day for you to get the first $1 million coach. Today at 11:59 UK time, it's on, it's over. And if you have some kind of doubt, you are protected by a 14-day, 100% money back guarantee. Join, meet the mentors, start your 14-day pilot. If it's not for you, we'll find you. No hoops. Now, book your admission call. Don't wait any longer. If you have snoops, pick one of these and move. I'm ready. If you're ready, open your calendar, grab a slot before the deadline on the screen, and we'll lock your seat plus the active bonus. Show up with 3 bullets, okay? Who you serve, or 1, 2, your employee, freelancing, whatever. The one task you would love to automate first, something you are thinking you can automate, and where the result should show up, for example, email, a sheet, a CRM, a site, a website, and we will guide and help you with clear steps, tools, and success criteria. Second option, B. I'm close but want clarity. Book a fit call, no pressure, no pitchy stuff, bring one blocker, time, budget, or I'm not ready, and we'll solve it live. You will leave with a yes or no and a plan either way. Cash flow matters, Jordi. On the call, we can map installments and quick win design to offset your first payments. Think lead triage or client replies. And remember, we cover by the 14-day full refund. If this week made you think, I can actually do this, take the step that matches where you are. We'll meet you there and build the first win, the first steps together. I promise you.
Guys, at this point, we have already explained all the value that Zendeya Pro has to offer. But I would like to introduce you to someone who can explain it even better than Jordi and I just did. One of our own Sunis, who, like you, was sitting at home, hesitating if they should take the lead. In this case, they didn't, and their story speaks for itself. So let's hear.
My name is Cesar Alberto Correa Garcia. By profession, I studied business administration in my basic career. 49 years old, I am Dominican and I live in the Netherlands, better known as Holland. It has been a complete change because I was already a fitness YouTuber and created fitness content. But now, by relying on artificial intelligence, I also started a channel talking about artificial intelligence because the knowledge I have gained from Centella Pro, Armand Jose, Jordi, is incredible, and you go from zero to a real pro. That is to say, the amount of time I've saved doing so many things when it comes to the videos I used to make before is incredible. As for monetization, don't even get me started. I've already given workshops, I've sold GPTs to people. In other words, I've already made back what I paid for the course. Incredible knowledge from zero to pro, from absolutely nothing to pro level. I've already founded my own consulting firm here. It's called Mundo AI Solutions. I registered it here in the Netherlands. I have a lot of projects lined up: automation, GPT, workshops, personalized workshops that people request. I want you to give it just to me because I want to really understand all of this. So the change from before Centella Pro to today, I feel like I'm a completely different professional. I 100% recommend the follow-up, the support, but above all, I 100% recommend Centella. And I'm going to show you how I've been able to monetize the Centella Pro training in a very, very short time. Come to my screen and I'll show you. Ladies and gentlemen, here on my screen, I'll show you what you are going to learn, or at least part of what you'll learn in the Centella Pro program. But first, let me tell you that I've made about $850 with GPT. Just with GPT. From training, I've made over $2,000. What this means is that my training has already paid for itself completely, and very, very importantly, long before the training was even finished. This is a tool that I created for a nutritionist doctor in the Dominican Republic, and it also generates exercise routines for her clients. I'm going to enter this small prompt so you can see the powerful tools you'll learn to create in Centella Pro. This is Juan, 70 years old, retired for 5 years, wants to lose fat, gain muscle, and has joint pain. What does this GPT do? It gives my client a personalized greeting and provides a clinical summary of the person. Look at the nutritional table, how it generates it with everything detailed. It generates the nutrition plan for the training plan from Monday to Saturday. Here you have everything detailed, all the exercises, routines, sets, and repetitions. It justifies every decision it made. It gives the shopping list, a suggested supermarket in the Dominican Republic, weekly budget, a projection of where the person will stick to the plan and the exercises, and in what time frame they will achieve results based on that adherence. 3 tips to maximize the diet, 3 to maximize exercise, and a nice motivational message, in this case for Juan. So my people, at Centella Pro, this is part of what you are going to learn. So you have to make the decision now without overthinking it. So see you inside.
Wow. It's stories like theirs that are proof that this transformation is possible for anyone, and that includes you too. Your age, profession, starting point, it really doesn't matter. If you apply what you learn, results will come. Because what separates those who move forward isn't what they already know. It's the decision to start before everyone else does. And now, thank you for staying until the end of this session with us. Here's the gift that we promised you at the beginning. We're going to look at another way to monetize AI. In this case, we're going to be monetizing images. Because we get this question a lot, right? Can I really monetize with AI? You've seen how we can, first of all, sell our knowledge, right? You could go deliver a training with everything that you've learned in AI 3 and 4 for a business, for a charity, I don't know, any organization that may require this knowledge, and you can sell that. You can show them how to prompt. You can create agents for them, GPTs, and sell them. You can make automations and sell them. But now I'm going to show you a neat and better way that we can monetize, or just a different one, a more visual one, which is creating images and selling them. Now, before I show you how it can be done, I want to show you real proof that this is actually happening. So I've opened Fiverr.com. So Fiverr.com, for those of you who don't know, is basically a platform for freelancers. You can list your services, and people who are in demand to start services search them up and they purchase them. The reason I want to show you Fiverr, there's thousands of these. There's freelance.com, there's Upwork, I picked Fiverr just out of convenience. The reason why I want to show you this is because it is real proof that this is happening. So I'll open a random example of someone who sells pictures for e-commerce stores. So let's say I have an e-commerce store and I need the professional pictures. I need to pay a photographer to take these professional pictures so people can purchase. Think in e-commerce, the only experience that the customer has with the product is online. They can't touch and feel the product as they would in a store. So it is super important that the content I have, the images, videos that I have, are excellent so that they can persuade the customer to buy. In this case, we have a seller who offers three different packages, right? We have the basic package, which is one product, 5 photos, takes 3 days to deliver, and is charged at $135. Standard package for 8 photos at $165, and a premium package of $200 with 15 photos, 7 days of delivery. Now, so you can also see this is real. You can see he currently has 2 orders in queue. So that means at the bare minimum, 2 people have paid him $135 to deliver that service. That's $270 currently being generated in 3 days, as you can see. That is already less than one of the monthly plans that Jordi was mentioning before, by the way. Anyways, let's get to it. So as you can see, here he generates images. I also want to show you quickly the reviews, because the cool thing about Fiverr is you can see the reviews. You can see that 2 months ago, this work was done for between $100 to $200. 3 months ago, between $200 to $400. $100 to $200, $1,000 to $200. Same client again, so you can see it's a repeat client. $100 to $200. Again, you can see all of these examples. This is real, and you can see it yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to generate images for the store so that we could sell them ourselves as well. So let's imagine that, for example, I have an e-commerce store and I want to sell coffee mugs. Simple as this coffee mug that you can see right here. What are we going to do? Very simple. We're going to open ChatGPT. In this case, I'm going to open it on my phone and listen to what I have to say. Let's open it up. Here we go. I want to generate professional and highly realistic images of a mug that I want to sell on my e-commerce store. I own a brand that sells premium mugs to consumers for their home. I'm going to attach an image of the mug, and I want you to generate 5 images. We're going to generate 2 product images and 3 lifestyle images with the product in use. Before starting to generate anything, wait until I upload the picture. Okay, I just sent that voice note, and I'm now literally going to take a picture. I'll show you right now so you can see. So, camera, boom, mug, here we go. And we're just going to take the picture just like that. Can send it. And now we're going to go to my laptop so you can see what is happening. I'm just going to refresh ChatGPT. Going to open more chats. And here we have it. Okay, I've done this in a custom GPT that I have created. Okay, second, let's refresh again. So the images will, there we go. Okay, I've done this in a custom GPT agent that we're also going to give to you for free when you book your call, which basically helps generate images. What it does is you tell the GPT agent what image you want to generate, as you just heard in my description right now, and it asks you all the questions needed to generate highly professional prompts to generate images. We're going to see it live now. So as you can see, it transcribed the audio that I just wrote right now. I want to generate professional and highly realistic images for a mug that I want to sell on my e-commerce store. I own a brand that sells premium mugs for consumers for their periods. And here's the image I literally just took right now. You need to see Jordi sipping in the background there. So let's retry this. Excellent. Now, what this GPT does is when you upload it, the prompt, it's going to ask information that it needs to generate everything. So here it says, okay, I have a few questions to generate it. Question number 1, is the mug always matte black or do you offer other finishing touches? So I'm going to choose at 1. I'm going to say the mug is always matte black. Let's just assume in this example, here you would answer truthfully with whatever the beer example. Do you want the images to have a logo, a brand or anything? Because as you can see in the picture, it's a clean surface. I want to keep a clean surface. Clean surface, no logo. I'm literally copying and pasting as you can see. Okay. Next. Brand and mood. How do you want to describe the brand? Is it minimalist luxury, cozy home, modern premium? I'm going to go with minimalist luxury. 4. What feeling do you want customers to have when they see pictures? I'm going to say luxury and comfort. Next question. Do you want the lifestyle shots to be indoors or outdoors? Let's say indoors. We're going to have kitchen, working desk, and sure, let's say terrace. Sounds like a good suggestion that ChatGPT is hitting us. Number 6, should we show people using the mugs or just the mug in context? I'm going to say in lifestyle pictures. In lifestyle pictures, let's take one picture actually. Let's say in lifestyle pictures, add people. In product pictures, only the product, for example. think you can customize it however you want. Number 7, do you prefer bright natural light or moody cinematic lighting? I'm going to go with bright natural. I'm going to say professional studio light. We want hyper realistic and sophisticated images. Great. And final question. Are we going to use these images for our website, social media ads, or both? Let's say website. We want a 1-to-1 ratio. So we want a square picture, which is the most common picture, the ratio that we use when we use Shopify. So we're going to feed it in. And what this GPT does now is it presents a brief to you. It says, hey, well, I came up with these 5 ideas of these pictures. It's going to present to me the brief in text, and I can approve or give feedback. Okay? So here we have brand summary. It summarized everything that I've written. Perfect. And then here is the client codified images. So image 1, we have a hero product shot. Concept, single matte black on a soft neutral background, white or light gray. Perfect symmetry. You can even see it has all the photography elements. In case I was a photographer and wanted to change some things, I could. Post-production, dust cleanup, soft contrast enhancement. Then we have here image 2, 3, 4. So we can see it's prepared the plan, and we could give feedback. Hey, I don't like plan 4. I want you to change the background for, I don't know, instead of a terrace, we're going to do a garden. We can easily do that. For sake of time, I'm going to approve the plan. I approve the plan. Now, the next thing it's going to do is going to ask me, which tool are you going to use to generate the image? The reason because does this, because depending on the tool, it's going to generate a different type of prompt that is crafted for that tool. Again, things like this, we're going to see within Fendeya Pro. In this case, I'm going to be using Sora. We used the other day ideogram, if I'm not mistaken, ideogram. So we're going to be using Sora in this case to switch it up. And now you're going to see something very interesting, which is that we're going to generate 2 types of prompts. We're going to generate prompts in text and then in a format called JSON format. Now, we don't need to get technical. I'm the first one that doesn't know how to program, as we mentioned before. But a JSON program basically takes a written text, a prompt text, and it puts it in a coding, in a programming structure. The reason it does this is to break down the prompt so that we can change elements and make it rep. So imagine this is a prompt. I'm going to show you another text version, so don't panic when you're seeing this. Don't worry. And I like everything about the picture. And now I want the exact same picture in gray. What I would do is I would just take my prompt, which is here perfectly broken down, and I would just change the word here, matte black, for gray. That's it. That would be the only change I would make. And since the prompt is so broken down into every single element, thanks to this type of prompting, it's going to do just that. Or let's say I want to keep everything the same. I like the color, I like the background, but I want to change the lens of the camera. I will literally just change here in the lens, the number, and everything will be the same except for the. So this makes us help make the images reppable. So we're going to copy our prompt right here. We're going to go to Sora. This is Sora. You can see sora.chatgpt.com. It's by ChatGPT. So you can see other images made by the community. I'm just going to paste it right there. You can see here we're generating an image. Okay, we can select video. The aspect ratio, we pick 1-to-1. And here we're going to ask it to make 2 variations so we can pick whichever one we're at best. So we're going to send that to the queue. Because the cool thing about Sora is it can be generating many images at the same time. So that one's number 1. We're now going to go back to ChatGPT and we're going to copy number 2. Let's paste it in there as well and send it into the queue. Now, to not keep you waiting so much, I'm going to copy and paste this 5 times. We have 5 images, and as soon as they're generated, we're going to come back to you and show you the final results. Okay guys, so the images are generated. As you can see, we have the 5 images that we generated. We'll look at them now. But it generated 2 versions of each as we requested. So let's begin by seeing the results. So first of all, this would be the basic hero shot of the mod. I think it looks very high quality, very realistic. I'm liking it a lot. Professional studio background, looks luxury. This is the other version it generated. I like this one, it's a bit closer up. Next, this very zoomed in close up to the mod. I love this. This is a high quality image. Let's go back to our Fiverr freelance. Look at the images that are being sold. So picture like this. I think when we just generated this higher quality than this. Picture like that. Again, no disrespect to the photographer, of course, but we can generate this quality of image. He is selling this for $135 at least. He has many purchases of this service, 2 right now happening, which again, like I told you, is already more than one of the installments that you would have to do for Fendeya Pro. This is real. People are capitalizing and selling on this. this image in your e-commerce is going to convert and get you sales. Look at the detail, the level of realism in this model. We continue here. You have a lifestyle picture in the kitchen. Again, looks very nice. You can maybe add a bit of feedback, tweak it a bit more so it's more realistic. But I honestly like it a lot. Pictures like this, more for social media, more for our website. I like it. At work, again, same mod, perfectly placed. Another lifestyle picture that I like. In this case, I would probably prefer image 1, but generate 2 so we can pick and you can get whichever one you like the most. And finally, we have someone at a terrace drinking a nice coffee with their mug. I would honestly take this image. I like it a lot, and the quality is exceptional. Again, guys, there are so many ways you can monetize AI. We've just done a quick example together, and there is much, much more. Now, I want to leave you with a picture that I just simply can't get out of my head. It's not a literal picture, but close. A few months ago, after a live session, I got a DM at midnight from a student. For anonymity purposes, we're going to call her Marta. And she wrote, "Look, I'm not a tech person at work, and I'm the one who has to organize a lot of the tasks that we have in the business. So I tried your little pilot, and I literally cried at my desk. What did you do?" You may be answering. Well, simply, she took a structure with a clear outcome without any code, and she decided to put one of the things that we have learned throughout AI 3 and 4 into practice. She then got exceptional results and managed to get her work done in less time than ever. That moment, when doubt turns into irrefutable evidence, is something that you do not forget. You may be hearing, "I don't have time to do this." You don't need an entire every month. You need a focused hour or sprints 30 to 45 minutes and to stack a few of these in each week. And you'll outpace people researching for months on how to apply AI. You also need to be thinking, hey, it's expensive. Expensive is spending next year repeating tasks that AI can do for you in minutes. We'll plan a quick win designed to offset your first pains. Lead triage, social drafting, client replies, plus you're covered by a 14-day 100% guarantee. Try it or don't pay. And the one that irritates me the most, am I capable? Of course you are. You've watched yourself do it throughout the entire AI 3 and 4. The new programming language is clear communication in English or your language. With the Aspect methodology that we've been seeing, you can generate quality results with any tool that you wish to use. I'm proud of what you've been doing throughout 3 and 4, all of the examples that you've completed, all of the tasks that you've done, and how you're going to be repeating it and bring it into your professional life. If you want help turning this into your first pilot, book the call. Come in the signature currently right now. We'll meet you there, guide you, build a plan for you, see if Thea Pro makes sense, and accompany you to make sure that you become our next success.
I'll keep this simple. Tonight, the first Million Coach bonus ends at 11:39 UK time. If you know you own the system we used to run our life and business with AI, grab it before the clock hits 0. And remember, enrollment closes Thursday, 11:59 UK time. After that, there's shots so we can focus on the cohort. You are not choosing between AI or no AI. You're choosing when you will get good at it and with her. If it's with us, we will walk beside you for the next 4 months, put war rails under your bills, and help you achieve work you're proud of. If it's not your woman, genuinely, thank you for your time and attention. This week has been unbelievable and incredible. Take what you've learned and keep moving. But if your chest is saying go, listen to it. Book your call now, secure bonus before midnight, and let's write page 1 of the notebook today. See you then. It's been a pleasure from my heart.